Hello, and welcome to another daily encouragement based on Psalm 18. This is my cat, or more to the point, I'm one of the staff in her household. Cats are very different from dogs. You can own a dog, but a cat, they own you. In Psalm 18, David looks up to God and he uses 9 terms to reference God. And we are down to the last 3 terms. He looks at God and calls him his shield, his horn, and his stronghold. His shield, his horn, and his stronghold. A shield was very basic in warfare. And you notice that many of these terms, because David has just won a great battle and is singing to God as a kind of triumph song, a kind of a praise to God because he won the battle, he has been delivered from his enemies. So he calls God his shield, someone who defends him. David does not depend on the strength of his armies. David does not depend on the royal bodyguard. David does not depend on the most loyal of his soldiers, but rather he depends on God to be his defender, to be the one who will protect him and keep him mind and heart. Now, this is not to say that David was utterly perfect. He had his weaknesses, as we all know, and he had a great deal of troubles. But through it all, because he put his trust in God, God sustained him. God was his shield. God was his defender. David also calls God his horn. And in those days, the horn symbolized strength, power. He calls God not just his strength, but also his power. For kings, they had many kinds of power base. Even today, when we talk about elections and we talk about politicians, we talk about a power base. Somewhere where a particular politician may have his biggest fans or his group of people who will support him, and he knows nothing will shake him. That's his power base. For David, his power base was God. It's a very strange politician, actually, by today's standards. And he only looked up to God and called him, "You're my horn. You are my power. You are the one who sets me on the throne. You are the one who keeps me on that throne." And finally, David calls God stronghold. A stronghold was a fortress that was normally on top of a large rock or a small hill, a high tower, where from there you can see the enemies and you can prepare for them. And more importantly, you are protected from the adversary. God is our stronghold. That's what David says. God is our stronghold. Now, I don't know what your week will entail. I'm not entirely sure what might be coming your way. And sometimes we get a bit scared. We become fearful, or we become discouraged, or we become tired. But God is our stronghold. He is our fortress. He is the one who protects us. He is the one who lifts us up to such a high level that the adversary cannot come against us. Whatever it is you may be in fear of, or you may be anxious about, or you may be wondering how things are going to turn out, just remember what David says. God is our stronghold. God is our shield. God is our horn. He is the one who protects us and keeps us in the palm of his hand. May this word be an encouragement to you this day. God bless you.